Hiya folks, this is Peter Scove at Music is a Journey. Today I have a very special announcement and I'm going to add a little bit of extra information in here as well. This is not about music. This is about another side of my life. So as I probably mentioned, I went away at the end of September for recording a TV program that's called Journeys in Japan. Journeys in Japan is a travel program featuring traveling in Japan. Always there is some non-Japanese person who is going somewhere to see some things and experience some things about Japan. Okay, so it's called Journeys in Japan. It's on, you can actually see it on the website of NHK World. NHK is like the National Broadcasting Corporation of Japan. It's like the BBC or the CBC or ABC, whatever. So they have a website called NHK World. And NHK World is where they introduce Japan to the world, meaning not in Japanese, but in English or other languages. And so that program, I don't know, there's a lot of episodes out there. It was actually on hold for a while during the whole COVID thing. I mean, I used to go away once a year for several years, but then 2019 was the last time. And then 2021, 22, nothing. I kind of just totally gave up on it. Thought I was probably never going to do it again, but yeah, I went away in the end of September to Mie Prefecture in Japan to visit a very famous historic sacred shrine as well as one of Japan's most beautiful canyon areas. So this is just on my phone here. I'm sorry, this camera doesn't have autofocus setting on right now. So anyway, this is on my phone. You go to the website Journeys in Japan. It will show you a list of the latest videos you can watch. I think I'll go back a space here. It gives a list of like these latest videos here. And you can see all the older episodes up to 1 year back. So mine appears, right now it's the top one. Of course, next week there'll be another one. I think every Tuesday they have a new one. So right now mine is called the From Ise to the Source of the Sacred River, November 14th, 2023. And let's go back to it again here. Maybe I can just run it a little bit. Whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I don't want to swipe. I'm trying to scroll. Okay, I can't scroll. I mean, I can't swipe. What am I trying to do here? Scrub. I'm trying to scrub the video. Well, anyway, so right, something like that. Anyway, okay, you can stop now. You can stop now. All right. Technology. Okay, anyway, so that's that. So I thought while I'm announcing that, did I say everything? You can see it at the NHK World website, Journeys in Japan, from Ise to the Sacred River, something like that. Yeah, so that's the one I'm in. And you can't see any of the older ones because they only stay on for 1 year. But you can watch it anytime you like. It's just under 30 minutes. So whenever you feel like it, have a look and you'll see me. I'm wearing a Voivod shirt, Carabao, gore music. I know I always try to wear something to promote some of the bands I like. So I think I'll just give you a little bit of a quick rundown of some other things of my photography. So first of all, okay, so I've been doing landscape and nature photography since the 80s, and since in 1989 I switched over to using positive film. In the 1990s I had photographs published in beautiful British Columbia magazine, Canadian Geographic, as well as a few other places, plus some calendars. And then I came here to Japan in 1999 and kind of started all over again. I started off entering photo contests. Occasionally I won a prize. I actually won the grand prize one time. And I then found a way to, there was like a self-publishing service through this one publishing company that I heard about through one of the magazines, Photo Magazine. And through that, I got interviewed by the magazine, and then I got introduced to the editor who introduced me then to a stock agency. And from there on, I kind of started turning to getting my work published again. Then I returned to Canada in 2005, and I'd always wanted to get my photos and writing published, but until then I'd only gotten my photos published before. However, I got my first article published in a magazine called Nature Photographer back then. I think after that point, from 2005 up to maybe 2012 or so, I must have had 10 or so articles published in that magazine. I also had articles published in a couple other ones, including Outdoor Photography out of Britain. I had an article published there about photographing mountains in Japan. Also, let's see here, I want to mention some of these other things. Back in the early 2000s, 2003, I self-published this book called Earth Tones. This is a collection of photographs of rock and geology themes. That's something I'm really into. This covers a few, well, actually several countries around the world. So New Zealand, Australia, Canada, US, Japan, of course, Scotland is in here, a few other places. So there's that. And then another one I did, I think it was the year later, called Earth Cycles. So we have like the cycle of day and night, the water cycle, the cycle of the seasons, and the rock cycle. So 4 chapters on that. And again, we're looking at photographs from various countries. There's Saskatchewan and Prince Edward Island, Yorkshire, England, near my home in Canada. A lot of stuff here. Anyway, Nova Scotia. Oh, geez. That's Hokkaido, Japan. New Zealand, Australia. New Zealand, Australia. Anyway, these are actually not really available anywhere. You have to ask me. So if you're curious, just to let you know, I'm selling. Am I doing like product promotion here for myself? But anyway, just to let you know, this is it was like $20 and $25. If anybody's interested, you can always send me email at metalinprog@gmail.com if you just want to ask anything related to what I do with photography. Then there's blurb.com. That's a place where you download the software and you can put together a book and upload it and then order it, and they print it on demand. So you can print like 1 copy at a time, which is of course super expensive. So the very first one I ever did was called the Japan Alps. Japan has 3 high mountain ranges which have been called the Japan Alps, the North, Central, and South Alps. So this was a book I did back in 2010. It's pretty comprehensive. I really went around right through all the seasons. Like this covered January, going all the way up to December. Yeah, so just all these different scenes from the mountains around Japan. And I did a fair bit of research too, so I did a lot of writing to go along with that. Another one I did, let me see here, maybe the next one I did after that was called This Little Corner. This is about southwestern British Columbia. These are all film photographs I did between 1989 and 1999, and then again 2005 when I was back in Canada. This is actually kind of higher quality paper here, so I shouldn't be too rough with the book, but yeah, it's all just like nature and landscape photography. Lots of mountain stuff too. A lot of stuff like just from the woodlots around my hometown or local scenery, just because like way back in the early 90s I was just learning about how to take nature and landscape photos, and you know, I would just drive out to the local woodlot and go in and take pictures. But anyway, also lots of hikes and stuff. I did one called Waterside. This copy is still in the plastic. It's just all these different images taken near water locations. Like this is the Pacific Ocean in Japan. The Pacific Ocean in Japan. No, from Japan? This is Japan here. This rocks are in Japan. And yeah, mostly Japanese locations. One location in Canada anyway. And then I did one called Little Inaka. Inaka means countryside. So this is just all local stuff around here in Saitama, where I've been living for quite a long time in my life now. So these are all basically digital captures. These ones, the others are all film, including medium format, large format in the Japan Alps. I did a couple of others. So if you go to blurb.com and check my name, Peter Scove, you can find my store, I guess. And you can actually preview any of the books you want. You just like click on it and you can see it on the screen and just click and it turns the pages. What happened to those magazines? I mentioned I got published in magazines. It's just way too many to show. Actually, I have this whole like box this big over there just full of magazines and calendars. But just to give you a quick thing here, this is called Nippon Camera, Japan Camera. And let me see here. So I had some photos. These are all large format photos. 5 by 4 inch photos from a trip to New Zealand back in 2008. So let's see. Yeah. I got those published. Later on, I went to my sister's wedding in Las Vegas, and I went out to Bryce Canyon and Zion Canyon, did some photography around there, and got an article published in this magazine later on. And I mentioned nature photographers, so let's see here. This is what? When is this one? This is winter 2008-2009. So that was the time I was really active with getting my writing and photographs out there. Confessions of a Mountain Photographer. This is down in Chile, Patagonia area. So are all these. This is all Patagonia. There should be one more page in here. There's an advertising for lenses. What's it? Oh, okay, that was a short confession. But anyway, yeah. So that's what one of those things in my life. There's music and there's photography. And these days I don't have so much time for photography, so that's why I'm making so many videos recently for music. Anyway, if you get a chance, please watch that program. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's got some beautiful scenery in there, and you can see me wearing a Voivod t-shirt talking about rocks. Okay, that's it. Thanks for everybody. Thanks to everybody watching this one. And I'm going to be doing a video this weekend about this band, Lichinga. And I have permission from the band to feature some music in the video. So that's cool. And I'm going to also add in a few other bands too. One other band has already given me permission to use music, and two others I'm waiting for a response from them. But that's coming up this weekend, so watch for that probably like Monday or something. Okay, that's it. Thanks. See you guys in that next video. Bye.